All right, so I'm going to go ahead and come out and just say what his name is. Baron Samedi. My consciousness has been getting fucked with all fucking day. With that being said, I'm going to tell you what his real name is. It's Billy, and his last name is, it starts with a B and an A. With that being said, he's the cause and the reason behind why I'm under this curse. Very, very severe curse. I mean, he's the main one that put these evil motherfuckers on me in the first place to make me a sacrifice and keep it up so that I stay continued being a sacrifice for the rest of my motherfucking life. Me and my entire bloodline, and especially my family, who he condemned to hell. You know, I've been talking about the Occalas and Nicholas Bearden, people who feel like ghosts. Now, I'm going to say this right now. I've been woken the shit out of their asses. I'm very good at it. With that being said, there's a root cause behind why I can't get to him. It's because of Billy B.A. Do it what you like. With that being said, he's the root cause behind why my consciousness, why my life is all fucked up. To make a long story short, starting from when I was very, very young, I used to wonder why inexplicably people gave me a hard time. And I'm finding out in the spirit world, it's because of Billy B.A. Thank Enrique Iglesias. Bailamo. Bailamo. Baila. With that being said, he sacrificed me from a very young age. When I was very, very young, I used to wonder why it is that people would treat me very, very differently, even though I was very, very nice to people. And I'm finding out in the spirit world, it's because Billy, B.A., in the spirit plane would walk up to people's higher selves and say very unbecoming, unsavory things about her. Things that he later would say and put on me and put on my forehead and put on my life as curses, such as, she's nothing more than a prostitute. That was actually a curse he put on me after influencing somebody. My old high school chemistry teacher to put a curse on me. That's why my life has been stuck living in hell. And I haven't been able to get anywhere. With that being said, he was the first one to put me and my family in the roach realm. He condemned me at the age of 16, but even going back further than that, you know, a lot of people like the picture. I'm going to tell you something about Billy B.A. I really want to say his last fucking name, and I think I might do it in another video. I don't know. With that being said, because I don't like how he's been treating my parents, my family, and stuff in the spirit world, he's a very tricky double-crossing motherfucker. There's nothing cool about him. There's nothing honest about him. There's nothing good about him. With that being said, the thing about him, Billy B.A., is that starting from a very young age, I'm going to say something right now. All right. I'm just trying to get in my thoughts. Shit's getting fucked with right now. But anyways, I'm trying to get in my thoughts as much as I possibly can. I'm just going to say it like this. He's a very evil person. He's not what you think he is. He's oftentimes portrayed as a very jovial person, but he's actually very demonic. When you meet him, when you encounter him, he looks just like this, wearing a mask, with the head and all of that, just like. When he appears to you like that, that's oftentimes a sign that he doesn't like you. But I'm going to say something else. They make it out like he's like the greatest representation or lover of children. He loves kids. Woo, woo, woo. I'm going to tell you something else. Truth about him is he's a pedophile. That's the truth about Billy B.A. He actually rapes kids, like me when I was 9 years old. From what I heard in the spirit world, when I was 9, I had an out-of-body experience or astral projection. Just like he influenced my parents to have during the duration of this curse. He put them all in this situation. He's big-time orchestrator. Or what do they call that word when somebody orchestrates things behind the scenes? He's very, very good at he's very, very good at manipulating the strings behind the scenes. He's a mastermind. With that being said, when I was 9 years old and I had an out-of-body experience or astral projection, I was trying to get back into my body. And this, I'm going to fucking call him straight what he is, a nigger. He's a fucking nigger. That Mayate not only blocked me, but raped me when I was 9. I'm going to tell you something else as well. During the duration of this curse, when he was blocking me, at one point, from being able to access my blessings and all of that, it was associated with that pedophile spirit I had been talking about, Seamus Anderson. The one that, by influencing the Occalas, he put into my body. Not saying that them motherfuckers are innocent. They're not innocent by any fucking means. But I'm going to say this about him. That motherfucker actually set it up in the astral plane that I stay stuck to curses for the rest of my life. He was the first one to curse me at the age of 16. He put reptilians on my consciousness. Yes, that motherfucker, you want to talk about MK Ultra, that motherfucker is a big orchestrator of that shit. He not only put my child consciousness, baby consciousness in the roach realm, my consciousness in the roach realm, really, so that people could energetically vampire off of me and steal my blessings and rip my spiritual abilities and powers. But Billy B.A., from what I understand, he doesn't like people who have strong spiritual talents and abilities like myself. He put reptilians on me. And not just the regular kind, the dark kind that look like T-Rexes, that are Illuminati, that wear dark robes and all of that. He put that on me on my 18th birthday. That's why for years, if you watch a lot of my videos going back into the past, you know, you can see that my intelligence was manipulated. You know, I'm a lot more intelligent than what I was showing on there. My thought processes were being greatly hindered. You know, he stole a lot of that. My quick wit, my intelligence, he deprived me of a lot of fucking things. He deprived me, as a matter of fact, the timelines where I could have been great. I could have been a TV presenter. There was a song I used to listen to on the radio that came from this girl from American Idol. It was called I Could. And in it, you know, I used to hear this song every once in a while, and then I couldn't hear it. I later found out in the spirit world that was because that was set in a timeline where I was destined to be a TV presenter. A lot of my timelines, I was destined to be somebody really, really big, somebody really, really great and do well in life and in society. And he totally fucked it up and marred it. So that, you know, as a matter of fact, as part of the curse, he set it so that I'm stuck to prostitution. He enjoys putting people out there like that. You know, he put it, I mean, way deep into my motherfucking soul that I'm to be nothing more than a hoe because he didn't like my studious nature when I was in high school. He didn't like the fact that I was intelligent. I got word in the spirit world that he plans on going after Blueface's son, a very intelligent one, because he's intelligent. He doesn't like intelligent black people. Never ever fuck with that Mayate. You can go ahead, you can fuck with Orishas, Yemiya is cool, Oshun is cool, Isruli is cool, Elegua is cool. Don't fuck with that nigger. That's a nigger. There's a difference between black people and niggers. That goes the same in the spirit world. And Baron Samedi is a fucking nigger, and I'm here to tell y'all that. That being said, when I was 16 years old, I went to Xavier Prep. I couldn't stand the fucking high school. I have no idea what influenced my motherfucking ass to even go there in the first place. I hated it. I was made fun of by ignorant ass fucking students and teachers for being intelligent. It was an all-black high school. I don't... My race mixed and ass look. In the past life, I was white. I don't understand what sent me over this. Just bad fucking luck, bad fucking decisions. Just, I'm trying to think of my thought processes back then. I had a middle school teacher who I really, really loved and adored, who was pro-black. So I was greatly influenced by him, but it's not his fault. That's what, I wanted to be like him in a way. I wanted to be like Malcolm X. Like I said, I'm going to say it right now. I'm not an Uncle Tom. I just do me. With that being said, Billy B.A. don't like that. He don't like when you do you. He's one of these people. I'm going to try to describe it as best as I could. He has a criminal nigger mentality. He likes purity fucking niggas, like my fucking father would say. He hates black people who are respectable. He hates black people who are upwardly mobile, who in his eyes act white, never mind the fact that he's with a white bitch called Maman Bridget. I know her real name as well. Stand that bitch when the curse first broke out. I actually saw that fucking white ass, hostile ass bitch in the astral fucking plane, and I could not stand her. She's an evil fucking bitch. And I'll be ready to drop them fucking docs anytime soon. You have no idea how long I've been holding this fucking shit in that this fucking Mayate needs to be put out on blast on Front Street. His full fucking name, every fucking thing. Bailamo by Enrique Iglesias. Think of that. Bailamo. Put this nigga out on blast on Front Street. Anyways, with that being said, starting at the age of 16, I was a loner. I was one of those, I had to become isolated because I was extremely misunderstood in that all-black high school. I don't want to say Uncle Tom. I'm not an Uncle Tom. There's a difference between me and Uncle Tom's. Again, so white. Past lives, mostly white. First incarnation is black. You are your soul, you're not your body, you're not any of that. With that being said, I was not your typical black, but I also didn't kiss white people's asses. Because of my past life as a white person, I was like, nah, why you gotta treat these people differently? Why you gotta look at them fucking differently? I didn't like that shit. That's just how I am. With that being said, another thing I want to mention too is one thing I learned in the spirit world about him, aside from the fact that he's really a pedophile. That's why he has a reputation for loving kids. Watch out for motherfuckers who say they love kids, because that's oftentimes indicative of a fucking pedophile. With that being said, another thing I learned about him is when he actually lived, Billy B.A. stunk like a motherfucker, and that's because he had all sorts of roach attachments on him. So that's oftentimes indicative and characteristic of a bad person. Plus, I found out that when he was alive, he was actually a living person. He molested kids on the slick. Trying to find out more about him, seeing that he owned a supermarket when he was alive. All right, with that being said, when I was about 16 years old, wait a minute, I'm getting fucked with. Sorry about that, because there's so many things in which I wish to say about them. Starting from when I was about 16 years old, I was alone. I started to get into the occult side of spirituality. I'm not going to lie, Satanism at the time. I didn't know this until curse first broke out while I was in jail, but I fucked with Satan before I incarnated here. With that being said, there was a reason behind why, when that teacher told me drop the English accent, why that bothered me for a very, very long time. And I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand why. And it's because of this. That was part of the curse. To set my life down the wrong fucking path. And into fucking terrible chaos and confusion and fucking total distortion. With that being said, my high school teacher, who was a Satanist, I believe, she had that energy about her. When she made the comment, drop the English accent, that felt like a curse. With that being said, it was around the time that something happened with my consciousness where it just... But anyways, with that being said, everything went to shit. Like I lost a major part of my soul. That's when I lost the right half of my soul, which I've been trying to get back. And I think I did get back at one point. And had to add it to my astral body. I'm gonna be honest with you, I almost want to fucking cry thinking about what Billy B.A. did to me and my motherfucking family. I mean, this is an evil fucking nigger, and he's nothing like what they portray. He's nothing. He's a straight up Uncle Tom himself. He loves white women. He loves biracial women. And that's why he had condemned me to being a hoe. He didn't like my preference. He didn't like my sexual preference, white men. With that being said, as soon as she made that comment, that fucked up everything for me. Totally put me down the wrong path in life. Right then and there, fucked up my intelligence, fucked up my consciousness. My 18th birthday, he put them reptilians on me. I'm gonna say something right now. He was part of my bloodline. Anytime Billy B.A., aka Baron Samedi, is a part of your bloodline, if you have strong spiritual abilities and powers, he don't like that. He'll set you on the path down the course where you have bad fucking luck, where people don't like you, where, a lot of people who have them in their bloodline, from what I understand, they experience car wrecks, car accidents, they die prematurely. Really, really bad things happen. Like the other fucking night, while trying to defeat this curse, I realized that the common denominator is him, and I'm going to get to that in a couple of minutes. He had visited me in the astral plane, and he had tried to kill me in my sleep, but he couldn't. Because I'm way too protected, spiritually powerful myself for him to be able to pull that off. You got to shut the fuck clean down, and it was him. It was definitely him. With that being said, he set me down the path towards, if being disconnected from my true self and my inner self. One thing I'm going to say about the Occalas is one good thing they actually did was by bringing that soul piece back to me, they reunited me with who I am. They actually did that for me. Whereas that nigga didn't do that. Not saying that them motherfuckers are off the fucking hook. But I'm just going to say it like this. It's not cool. Where I'm at in life, he totally set up fucking blocks. The only reason why I was on those TV shows is because I had a very powerful spirit guide who's stuck in the roach realm right now. Her name is Eden. She was biracial. Who went into the roach realm for me to retrieve some of my blessings. And over time, some of my other spirit guides and higher selves would go into the roach realm and do that. That's the reason why I was on those TV shows. Not because of that nigger. That nigga wanted to totally lock me down and keep me under fucking lock and key and keep me from being able to go anywhere in fucking life. If it wasn't for Eden and my poor higher selves, they feared dealing with this motherfucking Mayate. I wouldn't have done those shows, and my earlier life would have been even worse if it was up to him. With that being said, on my 18th birthday, he scribed on my forehead, hoe, prostitute, slut, skank. He did that. It's part of the curse and sacrifice. Put me under as a sacrifice, to be sacrificed for the rest of my motherfucking life. With that being said, that's why when you look at a lot of my YouTube videos, I was going through life just feeling nothing. I wasn't dead. I was dead until I got reunited with my other half. Now, with that being said, later on, hold on a second. I'm going to say it like this. I'm trying to remember something. My consciousness, unfortunately, has been burned down to the ground. I'm trying to remember something. Something which I wanted to say. Oh, yes. Now, I kept wondering, why is it that I was experiencing so much bad luck when I moved to my old apartment on 637 House Boulevard? I actually had a dream about it last night. That's when I was still under his sacrifice. Not before the Occalas placed me under as a sacrifice. And let me get more into detail about them. I remember when I moved there, I went from living in MacArthur Park, right off of, Something Lake, 8th and Lake Street, downtown LA, MacArthur Park area. I was able to command at least $300 per hour. I looked the same. Moved to the new place in a very nice neighborhood. Next thing I know, I went from doing $300 an hour to $200. I found out later on that Baron Samedi, remember I've been talking about this Alex Nascimento character? He actually brought him on board to fuck shit up for me. But surprisingly, he actually low-key caped for me and would help me out as much as he can, but not really sincerely. He's still a vicious, evil motherfucker. Like I said, I saw him looking at that poor Mexican girl through a screen, watching her go through like very, very terrible obstacle courses. Very, very horrible obstacle courses. To the point where she could never escape. And later on, when this curse befell me, a couple of the people that were in it was a couple of white folks. That's why you can't talk shit about people in their race. I'll never do that. You know, I'm not politically correct. I call everybody something, whatever the fuck they are. Niggas, wetbacks, spics, speaking C-SPANs. I got these. But they came back when this curse first befell me and they rescued my brother. The Alex Nacimiento entity was looking at him through the computer monitor. It was Baron Samedi that brought that curse on me, that brought that sadistic motherfucker later on. I'm already in the process of working out a way to get all of that shit out so that I can get my life back on track and not be stuck in strings of homeless fucking shelters for the rest of my life. It all goes back to Billy